All right, everybody. Scott Pierce here at Listings to Leads, and we are going to be talking about PDF guides in our system and how they actually can help you engage, even help convert, which I guess that's kind of similar to being engaging people. And should be a good one. I'm actually going to talk about something that I haven't talked about in previous calls, which is getting into our follow up more. And that is because one of our very techie client. Some of you may know him, Kelly Wheeler, who uses Go High Level, uses a lot of other programs. Um, and he said he is literally switching everybody over to listings to leads. And a big part of that is because our follow ups get into the inbox versus, I'm not going to say any of the other programs, but for example, Gordon Day, he has used the one that you were previously using. So all the major ones, right? You all know this. You got your follow-ups going out, and I'm referring to the emails, and probably half the time, if not more, they end up going into the promotions folder or the spam folder. Any of you ever experienced that? Yeah, Craig, right? Exactly. He really likes that inbox deliverability, the delivery, however you want to say it. English is hard enough to try to get it correct 100% of the time. So, with that, this is being recorded. This will be on our YouTube channel. When you go to YouTube, our one of our people is off this week, and so they're not getting to our current webinar section or playlist as fast as normal. But if you click the live tab on our YouTube channel, and I'll point that out to you in this call, but just so everybody knows, you can watch it live there right now. Then you can watch it, of course, after we're done. I think it's like there immediately. So just, and I'll show you how to get directly there from within your Listings to Leads account. So with that, everybody good to go? Craig says, and he also likes the items you provide as lead magnets. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, uh, two people in the past week have emailed me. And so I'm going to talk about it today. They emailed me and they were like, where did this lead come from? Right. They got a lead notification and they were both clueless. And I was a little bit chagrined because I'm like, if you just read the email, it'll tell you. But I get it because there's a lot going on. But they got one of them was the follow up went out and the lead who got the follow up downloaded the PDF guide. And so we send the agent a notification saying, hey, you know, uh, you know, John Doe, all right, your lead John Doe just downloaded this guide, whatever, I can't remember what it was. It might have been down payment assistant, 25 things, 25 ways to increase your home value, whatever it was. And so she was not used to that or just not aware of it. So she emails me and I was like, yeah, that's your follow-up. So she wasn't even really paying attention to the fact that she had the follow-up in listings to leads. The lead clicked the email, downloaded the guide, and I said, that's a great time to call. Also, some of you may know Yi Gong. Happened to her as well. And she came to me and she's like, where did this lead come from? I was like, well, they downloaded one of your guides. And she called them up, not even that quickly, like maybe an hour later or so, had a great conversation with them. So really, really great stuff there. And I'm going to walk you through that today, in addition to the normal stuff that I talk about. So get yourselves over to listingstoleads.com and we can do some of this together. All right. We can do some of this together right now while we're together. You can ask me questions. I'm going to put your questions up here. So now you should all be able to see the comments that you've got. Keep them good. But with that, I'm going to go to hold on a second. Let me see if I can get that thing out of here. There we go. Perfect. All right. So I am inside of Listings to Leads. You're going to land on the dashboard. Little house cleaning. Let me go to the marketing calendar and show you how to find our YouTube channel, how to find our mastermind group. And we've got the marketing calendar, of course, which I'll touch on a little bit later. But we got the open house mastery presentation. This walks you through how to conduct an open house so that you generate more great buyer and seller leads. But if you click the resources tab over here, you will see YouTube. And if I click the green subscribe button, it'll take me to YouTube. And you're going to see it says home, videos, shorts, live. So live is where you're going to find all of these calls. And typically they'll be under playlist as well, depending on how your computer shows. But I got current webinars down here. But again, this week our person is out, and she's actually doing them this week. So bravo for her for stepping in. But it's just not happening as fast as normal. The other thing I'll point out to you is the Facebook Mastermind group. You can click Join Group, and this will take you there. If you're not yet a member, it will ask you to apply is not the right word, but you just got to because it's a private mastermind group, so you can't just get in there and start goofing off, because we get a lot of spammers, a lot of people that we don't want in there. We let most agents in there. If you don't have to be a client. We prefer you to be a client, but we've also got a lot of people that get into the group, learn a little bit, and then join us. So that's awesome as well. But regarding the PDF guides, let's go to follow-ups, because so our follow-ups, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, they hit the inbox. So, we're not one of these programs where most of your emails are hitting the promotions folder, the spam folder, what have you. They hit the inbox most of the time. I've heard people say over 90 to 100% they hit the inbox, and that's what we want. Otherwise, why do we have it? Okay. So when you land here, initially, the first time, you're going to see 4 options: seller lead follow-up, buyer lead follow-up in English, and then down here, seller lead follow-up in Spanish, buyer lead follow-up in Spanish. It will automatically, if you're using the Spanish guides, if it's a Spanish lead form or whatever it is in Spanish, not everything is in Spanish, but some of the things are. And if the lead comes in through a funnel that is in Spanish, then it will automatically be paired up with the Spanish follow-up. I don't have it on just because I don't have anything that I'm doing in Spanish. So for me, it's off. But you could have both English and Spanish turned on. Before I get into, you can duplicate, you can edit, you can add to them, you can create your own campaigns. One of the things that we're actually doing right now is we are going through these and we are updating them. And I'll show you how you can get all those updates at any time. But let me just show you. If I click buyer lead follow-up, what we do is every other follow-up email is offering a guide. So you'll see here what I mean by that. So imagine you generate a lead. So the first thing the lead get will be the autoresponder. So it might be a single property website, could be the open house sign-in form. It could be a ad for what is your home worth, right? It could be a lot of different things. They will typically get an autoresponder to start coming from that particular tool. And then after that, they will be, if you've turned it on, and you don't have to do, all you do is just flip the switch. In fact, let me back up. Let's go to the buyer lead follow-up, because here I'll turn it on. Check this out, because it'll be in the off position. I'll turn it on. And typically you'll get a pop-up. Yes, there we go. So I can select the email I want this to come from. You may have multiple emails in your Listings to Leads profile. We're going to send it to, I've got a lot of different lists created, but it'll probably say buyer seller leads when you get here for the first time. So that, so that's right. So then right here, send this campaign to existing contacts on this list. So maybe you've been a client for a while and you didn't even know about the follow-ups that we've got. You can turn that on or flip this on, and then anybody currently that is a buyer lead in my account will be enrolled. And then lastly, make this campaign recurring. I've got it turned on. A couple of things we do. One is the campaign, I think it's like 80 emails. Yeah, I think they're like 80 to 90 emails. And so they go on for, I don't know, I can't remember off the top of my head, 4, 5, 6 months. And by the time they repeat, a couple of things. One, they're not going to remember what was sent to them 3, 4, 5 months ago. And the second thing is We routinely, like every 3 or 4 months, go through. We change the subject lines. We update some of the text that's in there. What we don't want to have happen too often is it nesting. So, for example, in Gmail, you know how you get an email, and if you get two emails that are the same from somebody, a lot of times they'll nest, and we don't want that. So we'll go through there every so often and just change things around a little bit. Update it, try to make it fresh. So I'm going to click save. So again, it's that easy. It's literally that easy. And then I can still come in here. All right, buyer lead follow up. So I'll click on it, and seller lead follow up works the exact same way. And when will you have a guide for canceled listings? Neil, do me a favor, send that or drop that in the mastermind group. That's a great idea. I like it. So here's my buyer lead follow up. And you can see here, starts after 1 day. So day 0 will be the lead is generated. They get the autoresponder. And then the next day will be day 1. And then we've got it by default, and this is editable, but to go out like every 3 days. Again, you can edit it however you want. You can do day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4 if you wanted to. You can send yourself a test email. Let's just click on see more first. In fact, I will click on edit. So here is the email. And I tell you, this is a great one. It's funny because I had a couple of people come at me and say, well, it's not COVID. People are going back to the office. That's true. But a lot of people still work from home at least part of the time, or they may want to have an area where they can work. All right. And in fact, somebody else, I can't remember who it was, a couple of weeks ago, Ye got over a 600-word response to this email right here. This email went out, the reply came back in, and again, it was one of those things. She came to me, she said, where did this lead come from? And I looked at it, I'm like, oh, they're replying to the follow-up. And 600, I literally dropped it into Chat GPT, and I said, hey, how many words was this? This is like 614-word response. I can't remember, somebody else maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago told me that they also got a very lengthy response to this. And if I click preview, you'll see what it looks like when it goes out to the lead. So, hi, first name. Are you working from home these days? Would a home office or work area be good for you in a new home? So I mentioned every other email is a PDF guide. Well, the alternate emails are these super short, tight, quick emails where the person that's looking at it can look at it, process it in about 2 seconds, and then reply either with a one-word yes, no, couple of sentences, or as I mentioned, a 600-word essay. You'll get a lot of different variations on that. So, and again, like I said, I can send a test email, send it to myself, go to my email, take a look at it, make sure it looks great. I can work my way down here. So here's email number 2. So I said every 3 days is the default. So this one is down payment assistance. And it says down payment assistance is available for home buyers in our area. Just click below to learn more. If you have any questions on this, let me know. So check this out. What if I, though, I click on edit and I say down payment assistance available, and I'm in California. There is more than 44,000. You could qualify for up to $44,000 in down payment assistance. Did you know that up to 44? All right, see what I'm doing there? Just editing that a little bit, just to be more appropriate for my area. Did you know that Did you know that up to $44,000 is available to qualified buyers and down payment assistance? I'm gonna in Placer County and the And then I'll say, if you have any questions, just reply back or click my find out exactly, in fact, I'm going to put exactly in all capitals, exactly what you could qualify for to help you buy your home. And then I'm going to put my this is not my Calendly link. I'm just making up one. I don't know if this will hyperlink automatically. What I'll just do, I'll just highlight it. I will click the insert, insert link. And oops, I'll tell you what. All right. Highlight, copy it, click insert link, and just paste that in there. Make sure open in new tab is checked. Boom. I might bold. Oops. Let me get rid of that. I might bold it, underline it, make it blue. Now, when I click the preview, all right, that's my preview link. And I will save draft, or I should just save it, I guess. Why am I saving it as draft? Let's go back to edit. Let's send a test email, take a look at it. And then I saved it as a draft, but I'll just turn it back on right there. So if you save it as a draft, like I did for whatever reason, someone says, once edited, is a doc saved until changed again? Kelly, I'm sorry, what do you mean by that? By is the doc saved? If I edit the email, then the email will stay edited. Yes. What percentage of viewing the email or the PDF guide is considered good? Neil, I don't remember that. Gordon says he got a reply from the email as well. Yeah, Neil, I'm not sure. I don't, off the top of my head, I don't know what that number is. I know you can throw it into Chat GPT, and it'll tell you. Yes, Kelly. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. That's exactly right. Pat, when you make an edit to these notes, is it specific that one single? Pat, I think that was the same question, maybe. So any future lead that will get that email will now see that update. Does that answer those questions there? Great questions. Thank you for asking, and I hope I got that right. Let me find my email. Here we go. Oh yeah, that looks really good. Let me bring it over here. And now you can see. Neil, what I would say is I think if you were to go through here and customize these just a little bit, they would probably even do better like what I did here. Because what you can do is take a general email and customize it for your area just a little bit. Maybe throw, like I did here, throw in a Calendly link. So if they want to set up a time to meet with you, maybe just put in there, reply back if you have any questions, what have you, to increase the engagement on them a little bit more. But like I said, and there's my signature. Now, here's the really, really, really cool thing. When people click in the email, so they get you generate a lead, they're on the follow-up automatically. They get an email with the PDF guide. Check this out. When they click the guide, they download it. There's no landing page, nothing like that. And it's really cool because check this out. Let me see if I can show you. Hopefully I can show you. It was a test email, so maybe it won't do it. But what I'm seeing is if I can get the lead notification email sent to me. Yeah, maybe not because it was a test email. But if that would have been a live email, just by them clicking in the email to download that guide, they download the guide right away. In fact, let me just bring it over so you can see it. So this is what just downloaded from that email. So again, no landing page, no nothing. And then I will, if it was an actual follow-up email, not a test email, I would have got a email notification letting me know, hey, Scott Pierce just downloaded your guide, down payment assistance for local home buyers. Everybody clear on that? Let me know if that's clear. In the seller guides work the exact same way. Make sense? Now, another thing that you can do, and I've done this before as well, let's go to neighborhood amenities. So remember, every other email is going to be short and sweet. All right. Add value with the guide, quick pointed question, guide, question, guide, question. So neighborhood amenities, what neighborhood amenities are important to you? Cafes, schools, park, shops, more. So I may take that, go to Chat GPT and say, please, and you can do all, all right, if you got the prompts, you are a 20-year marketing expert in the real estate industry, focusing on email engagement, right? All those kind of prompts. Please redo this email for me to get more replies and engagement. I live in Folsom, California, and would like to reference some specific areas around me to make this even more engaging. All right. I just made it up off the fly. This is not something I've thought about this general idea, but that specific prompt is just off the top of my head. So I'm going to tell you what I have used, and I've been doing this for a while. I have used Chat GPT to come up with ad copy for Facebook ads. And I just did one last week. I did 4 ads, 3 where the ad copy was from Chat GPT, and 1 was just our standard ad is for a active listing, just active listing, nothing special. The 3 Chat GPT prompts bombed. $6 a lead, $7 a lead, $8 a lead. Listings to leads, default, 3 something a lead. So, and even this right here, I mean, this is good. I mean, hi, Scott, when you picture yourself in a perfect neighborhood, what is on top of your list? A coffee spot, walking distance to Karen's Bakery in historic Folsom, top rated schools such as Vista del Lago and Folsom High. Yeah. This is going to work so much better. This will work. You can do what you want. They're fully editable, but that just absolutely lost the plot because now they got to read. Now, on the flip side, they may see some things like, oh, American River Bike Trail. Yeah, that would be awesome. That is a beautiful trail. In fact, I may even put in here, maybe I take that idea. Now I say, you know what? Yeah, the bike trails. But I don't want to blow it up into this whole thing they got to read. So I might say cafes, bike or hiking trails, right? Schools, parks. And now here's another really cool thing. Pay attention to what I'm going to tell you right now. All right, pay attention because someone's not going to pay attention and you're going to miss what I'm going to say. And this is really valuable. You can always you can always go back to the default email if you want to try something for a few weeks, see how it works out. And if you feel, I'm not getting anybody responding to my, Chat GPT upgrade, I'm going to go back to what Listings to Leads had before. It is super easy. So let's say we do like this. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to come in here. I'm just going to bop it in. I'm going to save it. And so now neighborhood amenities. And if I want to, ask for a better subject line, you can do that, right? You get my point. So now I'm going to go back to edit, preview, and right? I mean, that's just so long. And I might actually space out those points, right? That's just a lot of text. And make sure it looks all pretty. All right. Now I save it. All right, neighborhood amenities. All right, again, so that's better, right? You got the nice spacing, it looks good. There's actually I think there is under edit. Oh, wait, where? Oh, there's a restored send test email save draft. I thought there's a restored to default. I wonder if that's just at the account level. Send immediately. All right, I'll check this out later. Maybe you can do, you know what you might want to do if you want to start editing things for now, make a copy because you can duplicate the entire campaign. Uh, and here, let me go check something. So you get the idea of editing these things, right? Let's go back to the campaign level. And because I know at the campaign level, I thought you could at the email. If we don't, I'll have to add that in there. Where? That is so weird. All right, I'll have to check on that a little bit later. So here's what I might do. I might duplicate the campaign. You see right there, you can duplicate it, and that way you got a clean copy. So if you want to edit a particular email and then later go back to it, you can just go to your copy, find the particular email you want to go back to, and then paste it in there. Oh, restore templates. Let me see what this does right here. That green button. Would you like to restore default for? Oh, you know what? Okay, restore, but that's going to do it up the entire thing. Let me see if we can add that into the specific emails because then that way it makes it a lot easier. This will, excuse me, this button right here is going to restore the entire account, which you may or may not want to do, right? I would want to be a little bit more targeted with maybe I want to restore an entire campaign or a particular email. So I'll look into that. But any questions on the follow-up and as it relates to both the PDF guides, how we're using them, and or the other emails? And here's the seller follow-up. So again, right here's a guide. Again, I can click edit. Ready to get top dollar for your home. In fact, I know we got an update coming to this one. But again, I might take this. I might say, do the same with this one. Actually, I like this one better. A free guide. Yeah. Except the guides are going to be in there. Right. So, and I should have said that in my prompt. I should have said a image of the guide that is linked to it is in the email in my prompt. But actually, I like that one. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to, because I know someone's going to ask. Yeah, if they opt out of the emails, then they just opt out. There is an unsubscribe in every single one of them. So you don't need to worry about that. We got the unsubscribe in there by default. I like this better. Thinking of selling your home but I'm gonna say in Placer County, Placer or L. Before you, I don't like that. Before you, let's see, what guide was this one again? Oh, inexpensive ways to increase your home value. Okay, so before you get ready to sell, there are some simple updates and tweaks you can make that can boost your home's value. And so that we don't get called out as AI, I always just switch. God, I always forget what that thing is called, right? That line. There's a name for it. I've seen it I've actually been able to say it. I just forget it. I just replace it with a comma, much more common. I don't need to be fancy. I put together a free local guide with proven budget friendly tips that have helped homeowners right here in our area get top dollar. And then again, I'm going to put, if you would like a free review for specific items, please feel free to reply or click my Calendly link below, or just, my Calendly link. You get the idea, right? And again, this is not a real Calendly link. It's just one I'm using for demonstration purposes. So I'm just going to highlight it, copy, click that insert link right there, insert, and then I'm going to go bold, underline, and then I'm going to change the color to that more link appropriate standard blue. I will save it. Now, if I want to change the PDF, I'll show you how to do that. So again, regarding your free guide, inexpensive ways to sell your home, right there we go. It looks great. If I go back to the edit, I could actually take that guide out and upload another PDF if I wanted to. Right there. So I can delete this, right? How to increase your home value. So that's for all of them, even the buyer, the sellers, I can delete it, upload my own PDF. And now I got my own PDF going out into the follow-up. Again, send test email, save draft, close. I'll close it. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, we good to go on this? Free. Oh, yeah. I threw that into the thing. All right. Any questions on anything I've covered so far with follow up regarding the PDF guides, how to use them, how to upload your own PDF guide, the fact that you can duplicate these campaigns, you can edit the campaigns, right? There's a lot of great things that you can do with them. They're going to hit the inbox most of the time compared to a lot of other CRMs. So, any questions on this? Or should we move on to? In fact, I even forget what are what are the two guides for today? Let me go see real quick. If I go to leadgenwebinars.com, let me click to go to. Let's see, what are we doing? Oh, secrets to selling your home fast. Yep, an ultimate guide to buying a home. Okay, I looked at that earlier today and I just forgot what it was. So okay. So any questions on anything I've covered so far? Everybody give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. How did you duplicate? Yeah, Cindy. So on the far right, there's those three. Gosh, someone keeps banging on my desk. See right there where it says more options, duplicate, delete. So edit and then duplicate. And I'm not going to get into it today. You can get support if you need help on this one. But you can, for example, see expired listings. I can create a whole brand new campaign and attach it to an expired landing page. I can attach it to what is your home worth landing page. So you can create specific campaigns and tie them to a specific landing page. So, if you want to get involved with that, that's one of the things I know Kelly is doing. So there's a lot of really cool things that you can do with these that a lot of people don't really realize. Do you find the emojis are not too many? So people, we don't really use emojis in our, I don't think. Let me go see here. If I look at this, I don't think we put in too many emojis in our emails. I just don't like too much text, period. Get the most money for your home. Let's just randomly. Yeah, see, we don't have any emojis in here. Best offer, list your home now. How to stage your home. I would keep emojis light. All right. We don't want to make this like some sort of crazy thing. Because here's the thing. in my mind, the goal is to get them. No one's got time to read your email. People go through 500 emails a day. And the ones that are these long, drawn out sales emails, I mean, once in a blue moon, maybe I take a look at them. But I want them just to be super short and on point. All right. Now, the one thing again that I would recommend that you do, Kelly, and for all of you, is again, all right, let's take a look at this one. How to stage a home to sell. I want to make it just a little bit more appropriate for my area, just so when people see it, they can kind of see themselves a little bit more. You might be in North Carolina, you might be in Northern Michigan, you might be in Wyoming. All right. And we all think just a tiny bit, we're all Americans, but we all think just a little bit different. Um, Ready to decorate and put your home in the best light, get the best tips. And so again, I don't have a problem going to Chat GPT or Grok or Manus or whatever. I'm going to put same here, and I will include a image that people can click to download this guide. All right. I don't have a problem of going to Chat GPT and getting some inspiration, but I know because I've done it enough. Chat GPT is going to want to put way too much in there. It's in Like I said, I've done so much testing with ads, just because with ads I can use. Sometimes I use the Chat GPT image. I'll use our image. I'll use their text. I'll use our text. Our text. I'll mix them around. Chat image, our text. Chat text, our image. I think 100% of the time, I don't think Chat has ever did better than our default image, default text ever. And so I take that I love writing. I used to write 30, 40, 50 page papers in college. I love editing. I appreciate good editing. I understand the value as writing is one thing, but editing is the key. All right. So it's easy to write. Anybody can write, but can you edit to the point where it still stays engaging, to the point, and is short, because people got a lot of things going on. And so one of the things I like with ChatGPT that I think it can help is helping me with the hook or the engagement part of it, because I'm not that great with that part of it. All right, I'm great with writing and getting my point across and trying to make sure we stay on point. I'm not the best when it comes to hooks and engagement. And so I think that's where I like to look at what ChatGPT is going to tell me, but I'm not going to take it verbatim ever, barely. So it says here, when it comes to selling your home and blah, 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 put together free staging guides with my best tips, and click image below. And let's see what I got here. Ready to decorate, to put the best light, get tips. Okay. I like what they've got. Let's take just this part first. And I'm going to come over here. Click below. Okay. So I got now, when it comes to selling your home in, and again, I might go Placer and El Dorado County, presentation matters. And again, I'm going to take out the dead giveaway of AI, change that line into a comma. I have put together a free home staging guide with my best tips too. I'll let you hear those features. And then I'm going to take that. And then the report link will be the image. And I'm just going to, I might go back. Now, if I wasn't on the call, I might save the draft, go back to the previous email I did, and then copy that engagement, that part about if you are planning, considering, thinking. I'm not sure which word would be better. You get my point, though. If you're I'm going to use if you're planning, if you're thinking, I'm going to use your thinking. If you are thinking to sell in the next 1 to 6 months, reply back for a custom staging plan that will ensure buyers love your home to the and I'm going to put my Calendly link in here again. Right? Everybody get that? Emails are too many. Emails too many, not emoji. I'm not, Kelly, I'm sorry. What do you mean? She said, emails. All right, here we go. Do you find that the emojis are not too many? Yeah, well, I think I answered that earlier, right? So, yeah, again, just be sparing on the emoji. And again, I will highlight that link. I will click insert link. Oh, highlight copy. Don't forget the copy part. Paste in the link right there, open in a new tab, and then I'm just going to bold, underline, make it blue, bold, underline, make it blue. Save it. I'm good to go. Oh my gosh. All right. Am I going nuts? I, I apologize. Maybe my eyesight. Do you find the emails are not too many? Oh, all right, all right, all right, all right. I'm talking emoji. I saw emoji somewhere. Do you find the emails are not too many? Well, that's why we do them every 2 or 3 days, right? In fact, I see here maybe I came in, I customized mine earlier. So 17, 19, 20, right? 15 days, 17 days. So we're not sending them every day typically, right? 11. So 8 to 11 to 13. I think maybe what we're doing here is kind of alternating the send so that it's not like 11 o'clock. In fact, that's one of the things that's really cool with how we do this is um, we don't send them at the same time every day. So let's say there's a lead morning email. So they're just going to get it at some random time between like 7 and 9 a.m. So it's not going to be like, oh my God, there's that 7:06 a.m. email from, so and so every morning that I'm just, I know exactly when it's going to come because they send it at the exact same time every day. No, it's going to hit randomly at different times. So we'll have a much more natural feel to the emails that are being sent. All right, let's get to the PDFs because there are a couple of really, really, really powerful things about them. Specifically, that I really want you to make sure that you are leveraging. And the first one I'll talk about is the secrets to selling your home fast. So I'm just going to type in secrets. There could be a secret for buying. So I see there's 4 different ones, but the one I'm going to focus on for at this moment is called secrets to selling your home fast. I'm going to click on the green market button, marketing tools, excuse me. So you'll see there's a whole bunch of tools here. I'm going to go through my favorite 3 or 4 tools first, and then I'll go back to a few of the other ones. So for the Facebook ad, these are typically coming in between $8 to $15 for a seller lead. They can do a lead ad, traffic, or video, right? Traffic. Now, the difference is traffic will not capture name, email, and phone number inside of the lead form in Facebook. They're just going to land on the landing page. I don't like traffic. I like either lead ad or video view. And I would use video view mostly if you're going to record a video. And so what you might think about doing, all right, if you want to get more into doing video, we've got a short form video script right here. I'm going to click on it, open it in a new tab. So about 4 down from the Facebook ad is a video script. You could take this video script and maybe you go in front of a listing that you've got, or an open house, or you're at a cafe, you're in your car where you like to do your videos, wherever it is, somewhere just a little bit more dynamic, not sitting inside of your office like I am right now, and record the video with your phone. And then you can, for the Facebook and Instagram ad, you can use that video. All right. So again, under objective, I can go lead ad traffic or video views. All right. Keep it simple. I'll just leave it at lead ads for now, but I just want to give you an idea. The only thing different between this and a listing is you have to type in location. So Roseville, California. I recommend leaving radius alone. All right. Leave it at 15 miles. Budget. Again, leads are $8 to $15 for seller leads. So 50 is a little light. I'm going to bump that I'm going to bump that up to 100. And that's why I love marketing listings every single week that are for sale, because you're going to get buyer leads. You're going to get some seller leads coming in through those. And if you combine that with open houses, man, that is a great way to stay in budget without spending so much money that you go broke. Generating dedicated seller leads is a little bit of expensive, but they work great. So, anyways, lifetime budget of 100. The default will be for 1 week. I can change the image or add a video, like I mentioned earlier. I can also retarget. So, if I've got a custom audience, maybe I've got RedX or My Plus Leads, I download a list of all the homeowners in my area. You want to get that list to be, or your database. You could download your database into Listings to Leads, click ads, and then the blue create audience button, and you can upload your database. One thing you might think about is uploading your database as a one CSV file for your entire database. Then you could also break it into both the homeowner, home seller leads and the home buyer leads. And then that way you could have custom audiences to say, hey, I want my entire database to see this ad, but I only want my homeowners and home sellers to see that one, or the home buyers to see the other one. At the end of the day, though, Facebook's algorithm is getting better and better and better every single week. Do not feel that you're missing on something if you don't have custom audiences, but if you do, then you can leverage them. So I'm going to just take that out for now. We got the email all set. So essentially all you're doing is, for the Facebook ad, type in the location, maybe bump up the budget a little bit. I can edit the text in the ad. I can edit the image. I can edit the title and all that stuff. All of it's editable, but you don't need to do anything other than location and budget. You can see that right there. Boom. Now, when people click on the ad, it's going to say, what is your time frame to sell? Because it's a seller ad. They'll select, just thinking 1 to 3, 3 to 6, and so on. And then they'll click name, email, phone number. Then what will happen is they will click through to a page where they can download that guide, just like in the email. So remember how the email had the image of the guide? When you click through these ads, it's the same thing. In fact, let me see here. Let me show you. I'll show you with let me show you with this one here. We can take a look at how they work. And just keep in mind, I won't have a chance to go through the buyer guide, but they work just the same, except now you're generating buyer leads. So give me a second. I got to drop this on Safari, because these links, for some reason, they don't work in Chrome from Facebook. Maybe it's just Chrome Mac, or maybe it's just me. I don't know. But I've always found I have to go to Safari to get this to work. Oh, wait, what? All right, there we go. All right, let me bring it over. Can everybody see this? Let me know if you can see. And it looks like it's kind of small. Oh, maybe not. All right, let me come back to my video. Let me go down to the bottom. Someone says, do I need to send leads to contact list in order to send? No, Phil, for the standard buyer and seller campaigns, just turn them on. Every buyer lead will get to the buyer campaign, every seller lead to the seller campaign. Can we change the send email? Yes, you can. Yep, totally. Yep. Yep. All right. So here's my ad preview. Let me go to show ad, and we'll see exactly what they look like and how they work. Because I like to do this every so often just because you're going to want to know how this stuff works. All right, so here's the ad in this case. All right, secrets of selling your home fast. I'm going to click it. What is your time frame to sell? I'll say 3 to 6 months. We're also offering the ultimate guide to selling. Yes. Name, email, and phone number. Continue. Submit, submit, submit. So check this out. Sometimes people say, well, Facebook, I accidentally clicked. Do you see how many times I had to click? I clicked the ad. I clicked time frame to sell. Do I want a guide? Then I clicked to confirm name, email, phone number. I clicked submit. Now I'm on this page. That's 6. That is 6 clicks. These are not, they accidentally, right? Facebook leads are no. People have got it. By the time you get their information, they have clicked 5 times. So don't let somebody sit there and try to, blow smoke up your, whatever, by saying, oh, Facebook ads, right? They're just, whatever. No, they literally had to click 5 times to get to the point where you got their information. And then they got to click 6 times to get here. All right. And then they will also get an autoresponder. So they can, in their email, they'll get an autoresponder. And then just download the guide right from here. Boom. Love it. So even if they don't get the autoresponder for whatever reason, they are still going to be able to download the guides. Any questions on that? Very simple, very straightforward. We've got Google ads. You're looking at 30 to 40, 50 bucks a day. If you got the budget for it, phenomenal. These can work out great for you on Google. I know Dustin Fox loves, he called them the easy button. He called our system his easy button for doing Google ads. And you can even do custom ads. So if you got a custom guide, you can actually run custom guides through Listings to Leads. I'll show you that in a second. But for Google, similar, type in location. All right, everything is set up for you. Daily budget of 50. If I wanted to, I can bring it down to 40. But Facebook is at 40 to 50 bucks a week, right, for a buyer ad. And now we're looking at 40 bucks a day. So just keep that in mind. It's a lot more expensive. But if you're into doing Google, man, I really recommend you take a look at our Google platform. We've gotten some really, really good feedback on it. Social media post. All right, we'll get this up on, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, all of them. What this will do, this will link people right to the landing page, right? With a Facebook lead ad, we got their name, email, and phone number already. So we let them download the guide right after that, like you saw in the ad. But for a post, they go just directly to the landing page where they give up their information and then download the guide. We've got the short form video scripts. I highly, highly, highly recommend that I know people that do a PDF guide script every day of the week, or let's just say 4 to 5 times a week. So we've got 80 guides. And if you imagine, let's say I do 5 a week, divided by 80, that's 16, that's 4 a month. So if I do a video today, mid-August, August to September, to October, November to December, no one is going to remember what I did today come mid-December. And so you could talk about video content. And what I like to do is I like to just paraphrase this stuff. I don't like teleprompters. I find if I just read it through for a little bit, get the point, personalize it. Maybe I run it through Chat GPT again. So I take that, I go to Chat GPT and I say, can you edit this short form video script to be more engaging and inclusive of my geographical area? Here's a tighter, more engaging script. And here's the thing with video, it's just about you showing up. So you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to. I mean, there are things that will make obviously a video better, and you will get better over time, but you'll never be phenomenal coming out of the gate. So for those of you that are very good, already experienced in doing video, you can take the script, you can run with it, you'll know what to do. But for those of you that are not really comfortable in doing video yet, you're probably going to freeze. You're probably going to overthink it quite a bit. The biggest tip I'll tell people is what I like to do, upload to TikTok. Even if you don't like TikTok, I don't care. They've got the best editor, and it is very easy to use the edit split option in the TikTok. You don't have to go to the TikTok studio. It's just right in the main video area where you can use the edit split. So when you're doing a video, right, you're recording a video, there might be a point where you pause, you say something stupid, and instead of having to go back and redo the video over and over and over again, you just restart from where you left off before you messed up, and you keep going. And now I've got like a 3-minute video that really should only be about a minute and 10 seconds. Well, in TikTok, it is super. You need CapCut, you have other programs, but I like just the basic TikTok because that's all I need for this kind of a thing. So I load the video into TikTok, and then there is a edit split that allows me to just move over the video and essentially delete the part I don't want. And I do that with these videos, and to the point where they're just completely on point with no pauses, no nothing. Really, really good. Um, WhatsApp. Yeah, I don't know WhatsApp. Yeah. If you put in the location and then enter the custom audience, then don't do location, because what will happen is if you use a custom audience and a location, it will only be where the people in the audience are in the location. It's not what you think. It's not the location plus custom audience. Yeah. Does that make sense, Linda? Or I'm sorry, I think that was Cindy maybe. That when I get response, people respond to WhatsApp, I feel, oh yeah. Right. You'll get those things on Facebook where your page is being what those are all just spam. Yeah, don't worry about that stuff. That's all just people. I don't even know why they do it, to be honest with you. All right. Before we get to the e-flyer for your database, which really is part of follow-up, but you may be using follow-up boss, and so you're not even using our follow-up. But I do want to show the print flyer. These are awesome. What I like to recommend is when you have an open house, print a couple of them up, get an acrylic flyer holder. If you go into the mastermind group, I put a post yesterday to an Amazon, or just go to Amazon, acrylic flyer holder. I bet your office has a few laying around, right? If you got an office, and it just sits on the table. And I like to have 2 for buyers and 2 for sellers. At the open house, I also like to have my 100-point home marketing plan, so the homeowners coming through can see it. And I've got, all right, stay with me, because in the media library, we actually have a few really cool things. So hold tight here. All right, postcards and door hangers. For the postcards, how I would use them is I would drop these into Canva and change that image to something a little bit more appropriate for my area. And this is really cool, use something like Thanks.io or Mailbox Power. I believe, I wonder if what's his name, Will Grader, ever did a video in the mastermind group. He might have. There we go. So, for example, in Mailbox Power, you can upload the postcard. Uh, and then you see that image right there? You can actually, it's so cool. It's called dynamic property image. So imagine you're going to send this postcard to 100 homes in your farm area. You can make it where, because Mailbox Power has the address and they know the postcard that's going to that particular property. So they can make it where that image is of the home that this postcard is going to. So they'll do a Google Street View. So, right, they get the postcards, they're printing them for you. And as they put the address on, then the system goes, oh, this is going to 151 Tomlinson Drive in Folsom, California. They hit Google, bring in the image of the home, put it on the postcard. So now instead of having this postcard like this, it's of that person's home that's getting the postcard. And they will put in a dynamic QR code so that when the people at 151 Tomlinson Drive scan this code, you will know exactly who scanned it. Well, you'll know the property at which this was scanned. Really, 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 really cool. Really powerful. We've also got the door hangers. So, that might be something that you go door knocking with. What a great door knocking tool. You can also door knock with a print flyer, right? People have done that as well. The print flyer, what I like about the print flyer is if I've got an hour where I'm not doing anything and it's a nice day, maybe it's a nice evening, uh, you know, I'm with my significant other, we're just kind of hanging around, and I go, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go, and it's like, say 6:30, right? Uh, I'm gonna go print up 50 of those flyers, and let's go over to the neighborhood and let's just door knock and let's just offer people the print flyer or the door hanger where they can scan my and get my PDF guide on secrets of selling your home fast, or pick another guide. All right, e-flyer. And then again, give me another 2 more minutes if you don't mind, because in the media library, we've got some vertical videos of all of these PDFs. So e-flyer for your database. I can send it through listings to leads, similar to the follow-up. I can also, if you just click in here, in fact, click on edit, all right, there's preview. Preview is this view right here. And I'm clicking the blue button, all right, and it says, now you can either click copy code, or you can just click in here and just do copy all or select all copy. And you can see it selected everything in here. Go to your CRM and just drop it in. I've always kind of walked you through doing the copy code. This is actually easier. Just copy it. Don't even worry about the copy code, right? Just, you're looking at the email, just click. And on a Mac, it's Command A, Command C. Go to your CRM like I just did. I'll delete that out. Just throw it in there, put in the subject line, send it out the door, get that out. And let's see, which buyer guide? Well, there's really no buyer guide I recommend because we got 40 of them. All right. Now, one thing I'll show you, when I do go to PDF guides, we have recommended, but for example, we don't recommend the divorce just because I don't think, maybe we do actually. Because I see people are running ads on the divorce, and that actually works out. I see people getting some good leads from the divorce one. But if you go to, for example, buyer guides, you will see kind of a recommended, and we go through there every month or two, and we'll just look at what are the ones that seem to be getting the most engagement, and we'll make sure that they are in the recommended area. But I mean, barn dominium, like where I live, that would be a bomb. Like there's Nobody in Northern California knows what a barn dominium is, I don't think. Airbnb, yeah, again, depending on your area. 2-to-1 buy down, that could be a good one. How to buy a home and probate. Matter of fact, let's go back to the seller guides, because you got the buyer guides, you got the seller guides. And again, give me a second because I'm going to show you where the vertical videos are. Right, how to sell your home and probate can be good. Right, home appraisals for sellers, how to create an ultimate home office. Right, how to get the most out of your 1031 exchange. How to winterize your home may be a good one coming up, maybe in September, October. That might be a good one to send out or use. But for now, let's go to media library. Do you set those emails to be on automation? Well, Lisa, that's the follow-up in listings to leads. So we've got the follow-up already in listings to leads where we use all of those emails, right? Now, what some people do is you can take the emails from our follow-up. You can take the emails from the PDF guide specifically, and you can drop it into Bold Trail or Lofty or Go High Level. So you can take our emails and drop them in whatever system you want to. And people do that as well. So divorce leads going for a volume, one sell, two buys, right? Oh, that is so funny. So when I click media library, you will land in media from L to L new videos. Now, before I show you what I said I was going to show you, let me show you first the commercial that you should be downloading and getting this on your YouTube channel. I'm going to turn the volume off. All of you need this on your YouTube channel. You can download it from Listings to Leads. It is on our YouTube channel, and I like our description. This is something that you want to be playing at an open house. You just want it on your YouTube channel. You want as many people in your local area to see this. I would drop this on my Facebook page every so often with the nice, in fact, when I do, for example, when you get it just sold, or maybe even a pending listing, I might drop this video with my just sold post. Check this out. I'm going to click download. And note, that's a 5-minute version. There's a 2-minute version right here, or minute 18 seconds. That's a shorter version. There's a vertical version for TikTok, YouTube Shorts. So this is the vertical. That's great to get it again. I would pin that to my Instagram. I think Instagram allows you 4 to 5 pinned posts. That would be one of them for sure. I'd put it up on YouTube. I would make sure it's on my Facebook page, maybe pinned to the top as well. Well, I would pin on my Facebook page the 5-minute version. But what I wanted to show you was we've got little videos for a lot of those guides. Let me see if we got one for this one. Yeah, home sale negotiation secrets. Is that the one? Whatever. You get the point. So again, I can download this. I can upload this. I can upload that to any vertical platform I want as well for the PDF guide. Now, these are cool. Nothing is going to replace you. There's just very little content that is not you that will do as good as you to engage your audience. Anything else is just fluff. Can be nice, but you are what people are going to identify with. You are going to be what people engage with, not some graph or chart. Those are educational. Those are fine. But if all you're doing is, a picture of something, a graph of something, a infographic of something, your engagement is going to be limited. You're just never going to take off with the way. And I don't care how crazy we all think we look, how on-camera friendly we think we look, how funny our voices, how bad our accents. We come from somewhere else. None of that matters. You You will find a tribe, you will find an audience if you stick with it, if you just do it. There are things that you want to do, right? Good lighting, have energy. One of the worst things I see people doing is they're sitting at a desk and they're talking into the camera. I know I've talked to a few clients on this as well, and I'm like, listen, that is not that great of a video because you're sitting there talking almost like you're whispering in a library, and that's not going to work. You got to be at 120%, because the camera, it makes you look bigger, but it's just like so get a good angle, but it also sucks the energy. So if you are coming at the camera doing a video and you're a little timid, you're a little unsure of yourself, man, that just comes across. So it just is over amplified, and it makes you look like you're coming across at 60 to 70% of your energy level. Hopefully that makes sense. Lisa, did I answer your question earlier? I know. And Kathy, thank you for the question. So Kathy, let me click on the media library tab again so we can come in here cold as you would. So click media library and it's going to drop you right here. So it's called 100. So maybe you're watching the recording a year later, type in 100 in the search and hit search. Otherwise it's this one right here, 100 marketing plan. And notice there's a long and a short version. And in fact, hold on a second. I will go to YouTube, and I'll drop the link to the YouTube version of this video into the mastermind group. All right. So after we get off here, I will drop, because I'll tell you, it's really good. And take a look at my description and just copy and paste my description into your YouTube channel. And even if you don't use it at an open house, it'll be great for people that go to your YouTube channel. But I highly recommend make sure that you, if you can, at an open house, have it playing on a tablet, have it playing on the TV, have it playing on a landing page or a laptop, all right, something. Not all three, just whatever you can. So that way when homeowners or buyers that own a home come through, or the neighbors come through, they can see this beautiful 5-minute video. So anyways, thank you everybody for joining us. As always, I go so over. Ugh. All right, Lisa, thanks for joining us. Love to see you here, Lisa. Kathy, thank you. And Kelly, awesome. And Rob Ryan, next, are nice. Thank you. Hopefully, Rob, I answered your question, which is right again. Just you'll see under the recommended. And if you're not using our follow-up, you can add our emails either from the follow-up or from the PDF guides into your own campaigns. And you can also send them out as a blast, ad hoc whenever you want. Yeah, Gordon, I'm going to put that on our mastermind group, because I put the link into the thing here. It's not clickable. So as soon as I hang up on this call, and again, if you don't know where our mastermind group is, go to Marketing Calendar Resources, and there's our YouTube channel, and right here is Facebook Mastermind. In fact, let's just do this. So I went to the Marketing Calendar, I clicked subscribe for YouTube, and if you go to videos, I think if I type in right here, there's like a little magnifying glass. I think I should, yeah, right there. The 100-point home marketing plan to get your home sold fast. So I'm going to drop that. Let me turn this off. I'm going to do it right now. Oh, why did I delete that? I'm going to put it back there again. I'm going to pause it. I'm going to go to the mastermind group. What I'm going to do in the mastermind group is I'm going to put the description with it. And that way, because I set up and do me a favor, go not enough of you are liking my this video. And if you want to change my description, feel free to change it. But I think at least it's a great start. And this right here would be, now this might be a little bit long for a Facebook post, but I think for a YouTube description, it's great. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can get that out of there. Oh, all right. Hold on a second. There we go. Post. And now, yeah, just so you can see how it looks. And there's my description. Again, you can download the video from the media library in your Listings to Leads account. We got the 5-minute version, we got the 1-minute version, and we got the vertical version as well. So, all right, everybody. Hey, listen, don't forget to use, in fact, someone just mentioned to me, oh, yeah, Gordon, yeah, your affiliate link. I hate it when people sign up and they go, how did you hear about us? And they go, oh, from another agent, but they didn't use the agent's affiliate link. It drives me nuts because I love to pay affiliates. And so your link is right here. You may have to put in, I think, a PayPal email to activate it. And that's how we pay automatically. So make sure you get that link, share it with people, right? And you don't need our email, but if you want to, you just, share that link. All right, here's a social media post. I can post that to social media. If you're doing a lunch and learn, we got a print flyer with the QR code. Excuse me. So this print flyer automatically has the QR code that's scannable. Boom, right there. So yeah, make sure to use your affiliate link so that as you get 15% recurring, no cap, no limit. So that's amazing. That's awesome as is. But then, people don't have to get mad at you later because, they go back to you and say, hey, how come you didn't give me your affiliate link? I could have gotten, an extra 7 days or whatever versus just the 14 days that I got at their website. All right. All right, everybody, have a great rest of your day. And if you're going to be on the call with us tomorrow, I can't remember what we're talking about. I think tomorrow might be just sold, but go to leadgenwebinars.com. Again, that's leadgenwebinars.com. Get a full training schedule, and I'll talk to you soon.